Campers, it's me, Ari Lehman, the first Jason Voorhees. From Friday the 13th, I'm here with AJ, and he's got the juiciest slice ready for you. It's dripping with blood. Jason never dies.
This is Bella. She's a good girl. She's a good doggy.
Oh, now put it away, why don't you?
What makes a horror film kill memorable, terrific, even in some way profound or poignant? Let's explore. Thanks for checking this out. If anything about it trips your fancy, please like, subscribe, and share.
Yes, yes.
Without further ado,
I could look just as good, you know. Why'd you hire me?
20 years ago, Loretta, or should I say 20 pounds ago?
not young and hot enough to be the magician's assistant.
I am not always going to look just like this, Pally.
No? You find a fountain of youth or something?
Loretta knows the answer to all her troubles.
I've been saving my pennies, buddy boy, and one of these days I'm going to come waltzing in that door with everything packed into all the right places.
But her co-worker cohort in front of me has a truth bomb for her. She's no...
Burning beauty!
Actually, he's even plainer about his feelings on the matter.
You need more than a boob job, Loretta. You need a personality transplant.
Well, Loretta won't take that.
Bitch.
A streetwise roulette dealer running a crooked game.
What a gentleman. Everyone's a winner today.
She watches a young man lose almost everything to his name, and only has one thing to say to that.
Place your bets, place your bets. Tough luck, kid. So you're going to bet or what?
The kid is a bit dejected.
Bet?
Get him down.
You want me to bet?
With losses like his,
I had $23,000.
he can't be blamed for feeling leveled, but Loretta continues to see a mark.
Looks like you got a couple of hundred. You get hot. Get him down, big spender.
The kind of conniver with stars in her eyes. The sparkle seems to have the infectious power to mesmerize.
And the wheel goes round and round and round. Get him down.
If appealing to people's worst instincts were a martial art, apathetic Loretta would be a high black belt.
Green, 00. The house makes out. Sorry, folks.
Fight done.
Blown it, that's what. To each their own, but gambling seems quite a pernicious vice.
I'm ruined. I'm finished.
What, are you kidding me? You do. You're gonna make it big.
What?
Bad.
This ought to be good.
Yeah, trust me. Bad streak of luck like that, no way you're gonna lose. Get him down before the wheel goes round.
We don't need a mathematician to explain how odds don't work this way. Bear in mind, Loretta's been controlling the outcome of the game the whole time.
There you go.
Down to the watches Grandpa gave him, Loretta suggests the nearby pawn shop, and even evokes Gramps.
Make him proud. Make a comeback. Win.
Believing a casino dealer when they tell you your luck is going to change is tantamount to believing the cannibal when they tell you the pot of hot water is just a bath. But the kid decides to take her advice and risk being stew. Only thing is, this seemingly foolish move leads to him coming into possession of a wish-granting gold coin.
I wish I was back at the casino on a winning streak.
Magically flipping his luck. Suddenly under the auspices of the gold coin, he's running the table and getting Loretta in trouble.
Look, 2 hours ago I was losing this shirt. Now I can't stop.
Well, you better stop him or else.
Magic controlling the fate of the wheel. Without her crookery, Loretta is suddenly left rudderless, while the kid continues winning.
Oh, the hits just keep on coming. Winner.
Worsening her position by the second.
I've about had it with you, Loretta.
I don't know. I think what you told me. It's something went wrong.
More than a peccadillo to lose a rigged game. The inference seems to be her life is on the line.
Yeah, well, you better get the money back or something will go wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Loretta keeps her eyes on the apparent source of her impending downfall. brash lady conspiring to separate him from his winnings, with a little help,
Fazio, just the girl I want to see.
Not now.
if she can get it.
Focus on that punk at the elevator.
Filling in her frenemy,
What about him?
He just went over 100,000 with the roulette wheel.
You're kidding me.
equals an admission.
How'd you let him get away with that much?
Oh, something went wrong anyway. He still got it on him. Cash and carry.
But that's the price of doing business if she wants that fat wad of bills. And more importantly, the gold coin.
And he's got this gold coin that I want.
Really?
Yeah, I figure we split the green. I get the gold coin.
And who's the real villain of this flick? The blissful leprechaun seeking to recover his property.
Golden nuggets. I'd like one of those. See?
Or a pair like these two.
What's his room number?
The magician does Loretta's dirty work, sneaking into the kid's room and making off with the coin. Unable to thieve the cold hard cash, the magician demands they sell the coin and split their ill-gotten gains. But Loretta has a compelling argument for keeping it in their possession.
I swear, on my mother's grave, it has magic.
Their boss shoos the magician off to his show and recognizes an opportunity
What is that?
That is
That
mine.
looks like gold to me. Give me it.
That is my personal property.
to seize some collateral.
I'm going to keep this until you get my money back from me.
Loretta is none too pleased.
That is my personal property. I want it back.
Their interaction devolves into an immature back and forth.
One thing I can't stand is a fat broad with a big mouth.
Who's calling fat fat,
That sees the pride of both dinged.
Mr. Porker?
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. You couldn't get a woman if you left a pendant on it.
The boss man won't take that and claims he can have all the women, all of them.
Like that bubblehead little bimbo, Miss Tammy?
Yeah, I could have Tammy if I wanted her.
Loretta thinks that highly unlikely, but a touch of serendipity makes her the fool.
You wish.
Yeah. I wish.
The magic proves incredibly powerful.
What was that?
Next thing you know, Tammy is enticing away the boss, and Loretta is tremendously disheartened to be proven so emphatically wrong.
Start pumping now.
Really nasty.
Only, it turns out to be the clue she needs in regard to how the coin works.
Wait a minute. That's what he said. I wish.
With the boss thoroughly distracted and his pants carelessly discarded, Loretta puts in the legwork to make her dreams come true. She wastes no time absconding with the coin, and when the magic flow to Tammy gets cut off,
Mitch?
Come and get me, baby.
she comes to her senses.
What did you do to me? How did you get me here?
wait,
How did I get here?
And suddenly the downside of making a wish is demonstrated brutally.
Remember the love machine. Come on.
Get away from me, you wretch!
Loretta isn't thinking about possible ramifications. Like curios collected over a life, all her insecurities are laid out bare on the table.
Let it work, let it work, let it work, let it work. Let me be beautiful.
Desiring to replicate a past that may not even belong to her, she pleads.
Give me the body of a stacked 20-year-old.
Kind of pitifully.
Please.
That the wish is granted isn't enough. She needs to flaunt, to show off.
Little old me. Didn't I tell you one of these days I was going to turn it all around?
All this blows up in her face when she stupidly provides key information.
And I dare you to feel that ass, Fazio. That's prime.
All you had to do was wish for it?
And promptly reaps the karma of being a terrible person.
You got it.
Thanks.
A scrapper, she puts up a fight.
You give it back to me! You give it back! Give it!
But to no avail.
Thanks for the loan, Loretta. I owe you.
You flaming fagel!
No matter.
But since there's a mirror in the room, I might as well just stick around.
It's all okay because she's a bit in love with her looks.
And enjoy it.
Or is it infatuated?
I am just so damn gorgeous.
Either way, she's cashing in. Nor is it cashing out.
They're gonna want me like they never wanted anybody before.
Unfortunately for her, the Leprechaun's mission to recover his shillings has led to her.
And I'm gonna make him pay.
At the very least, she still had the stunning looks, but he's not about to let her escape.
Who the hell are you? I'm a leprechaun, me lass, and I'm gonna make you pay.
Without some ironic retribution.
What do you want?
Your boobs are big, your butt is small, but still you're in for quite a fall.
This is when the body horror begins.
Well, didn't you hear? Bigger is good, but jumbo is dear.
And that magic that seemingly served her so well.
I'll give you boobs that come out to here.
Transforms Loretta.
Those delightful lips, they'll get you some tips.
And morphs her into something horrifying.
But what about these? Are they big enough to please? What are you doing?
Seems pretty obvious he's turning her into a bulging monstrosity as a direct slap in the face for being so vain.
A delightful little slut. But what about your butt?
Grossly exaggerating all the moneymaker she hoped to shake. Into lumpy and bulbous growths on par with boils and tumors. The sort of grotesquerie likely only to titillate extreme fetishists. There's no waddling away, not when she's puffed up too much to fit through the door. Maybe the need to escape arose from a feeling of impending doom that suddenly comes to fruition.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
The Leprechaun is suitably pleased with his shenanigans. And exits with a delicious bon mot.
What a lovely lass. I had to blow up your ass, but now I must hit the road.
Sometimes an exit is extraordinary simply for delivering a delectable comeuppance in explosive terms. Was the just desserts really deserved? In this case, yes. Loretta not only played with lives, she destroyed lives, and all to attain a vain goal of physical perfection.
I wish I was a man so I could just screw myself right to the floor.
When it was her own skin on the line, she was unscrupulous, willing to sell out anyone to further her objective. Such a person is a real detriment to society, reflected in how no one seemed to like her very much, even if they were happy to use her. That established unlikability also made her the perfect fodder for a justice-meeting leprechaun, looking for his lost shilling, and some kicks in the meantime. That he turns her into a grotesque caricature is absolutely appropriate, showing what might be an exaggeration, but is still representative of the result of too much plastic surgery. Liposuction, a nip and tuck, those weren't as necessary as she believed.
Now that was quite a load to have to explode.
The thing of it was, while Loretta was devoting to her schemes, she could have taken steps to improve her appearance through better health, through exercise and diet.
What are you talking about?
It showed that she would rather seek an easy fix than to work hard for what she wants. Maybe she thought she was working smarter, but if smarter means without decency, without conscience, count me out. With a moral compass like hers, there's maybe reason she wound up in Sin City.
For instance.
For a place meant to be the epitome of glitz, fun, and tawdry glamour, a lot of sadness plays out there. It's a place all about provoking a response, and that was Loretta's forte.
Dangerous man, I like it.
Tempt, goad, and entice someone to their ruination? Why not? What's a few dollars more? Can't have qualms about encouraging someone to partake in foolishness. It's their own faults for being such easy marks. In many ways denser than a gold bar, shameless Loretta exemplified that maturity isn't a function of age, since she operated like a scheming teenager, trying to get herself elected prom queen. Scratch that. She was more like the mean girl orchestrating the nerdy girl's win, so a bucket of blood can be poured on her Carrie style. It's probably no coincidence that Loretta exploited the weakness of others, only to have her own weakness exploited. For her, beauty could only be skin deep.
Oh, yeah, trust me.
All that mattered to her was the surface, so it made sense she never developed or prospered any integrity. When she gains power, she doesn't seek penance or forgiveness for all her bad deeds, thinking only of herself. Frumpy, overweight, with an unflattering haircut, those are changeable qualities, but that would require effort she felt was better spent fleecing rubes, to save for, let's be honest, likely an unobtainable goal. Irrespective of the film's status as a B picture, the voraciousness of her vanity has to be a bold-faced message about curbing shallowness and greed before it's too late. The problem with slippery slopes is that it's often only when you're tumbling to the bottom that you recognize just how steep and slick the descent. In the case of cosmetic surgery, when you look in the mirror and see a breathing mannequin, one possible outcome for Loretta had she actually saved enough pennies to allow the refurbishing she desired. Or in this case, what actually happened to her, blowing up like a party popper, because she tempted the sardonic sensibilities of a sprightly leprechaun, who wasn't about to let one such as her get away without her just desserts. It's interesting that it looked like Loretta was composed of some kind of artificial material with a cake-like consistency, an indication of her eternal fakeness that kept the gore to a minimum to appease the censors, and yet offered clever insight into her character. Or it was purely due to budget and I'm overthinking it. Either way, it works on multiple levels. It was like she solidified into materials as artificial as her outward personality.
Have you got a fever?
On the other side of the coin, Loretta was a scrapper and a survivor, a lady doing her best in a rough world, which might be an indication she had a tough life. Thus her jadedness and commodification of everything is a reflection of that, and not just that she's a shitty person. Willing to bribe, cheat, and steal to make up for her shortcomings, Loretta's reckless lifestyle likely meant she was courting disaster long before the Leprechaun showed up.
Good.
If not for his magical retribution, it seems like it was only a matter of time until she found herself drawing flies in a dumpster.
Mandatory drug testing for all employees. That's it.
I guess I'm out. One last thing I want to comment on. I think it's funny how they obviously had to bulk up Caroline Williams to make her look at all overweight. I'm guessing the lady has always enjoyed the kind of metabolism that means she rarely if ever carries even an extra ounce. I mean, this is what she looks like now. She's so petite she's practically a pixie.
Oh, Lord. Good luck, John.
Well, I've about reached the end of the rope, so I won't leave you dangling. Thanks for entertaining my jibber-jabber. Please share any refutations, opinions, accusations, japes, or other ideas in the comments below. And please join me for whatever I'm up to next time. Bye now.
Bye, creepy man! Keep it creepy!
He's a weird guy.
Goodbye!
Back to work.